Bienvenidos al podcast del más cantante del mundo. Estamos aquí contigo en la casa. Tenemos a Macky. Dímelo, Shawny, con lo que toque. That's how I would intro. I'm saying.
Intro's done. Don't even do it now.
Let's just roll with that.
You thought? Shut the fuck up. What the fuck is going on?
Yo, you going crazy,
What?
man.
The fuck? I'm back home. I'm home. What the fuck is going on? It's your boy Macky O.M.O. What the fuck is going on? It's your boy Macky O.M.O. I'm back at home, back at it again, back again. It goes
Time you're not home, this nigga.
I'm back home, back in the home office. Hope y'all doing well. Hope y'all living great. I'm with my good brothers. We got the Razor Sharp Assassin with the Clipper and Johnny B.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We also got the Black Kage, the Hook Kage, Crispin,
Yes, sir. That's me.
and Badman forward, Badman pull up, a Badman forward, Badman pull up, a Badman forward, Badman pull up, Badman Shawny in the motherfucking building, and we are the Paradise Podcast. Welcome to episode 82.
You know what that means? You know what that means, bro? We're 18 episodes away from 100. Just like that.
100.
All I gotta say.
What'd you say?
We 18 episodes away from 100.
All right.
PK Fire.
Alright.
Yeah.
18 episodes away from 100. That means we closer to the in
Triple
digits.
episode, because that's what he's talking about.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
We getting
I hope,
close.
everyone's living well. I hope everyone's doing all right.
Yeah, más o menos.
Now that's how you
Exactly.
chilling for like a couple hours. Nigga. I was chilling this nigga for like 3 hours.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just gonna say something real quick.
Who
Go
did
ahead.
it?
You two motherfuckers, Macky and Shawny, you need to upgrade your cameras. Cause me and John look spicy, nigga.
I'm just saying, you the camera guy. You got to put us on game.
Nah, they make a really good point.
This is the camera this nigga gave me.
It
It doesn't even open.
My bad.
Yo, just send me like 5 different cameras. Let me go. I'll come back real nice. I don't know. I'm just saying. If I
I
know,
got you.
I know how.
I'm gonna hook it up. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah. All right.
Whenever
You
I
want
have
me
time.
let me get that intro off real quick, kind sir.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Go crazy. Go crazy, Sean.
Go crazy.
So, hello audience. Welcome to our
Hello, audience.
episode. Yeah, hello audience. Yeah, fuck it. Anyway, welcome back. So to today's episode, somehow, some way, we got to the conversation that started with the rumors that Jonathan Majors might get replaced. By
Boo.
with all the controversy, which obviously we're not going to go into the details about the controversy. You can Google that.
Because nothing's been confirmed. No one has
Exactly.
been convicted of anything, so we can't speculate until
Yes.
details come out. Yeah.
It's all alleged.
We can speculate, but we're not going to speculate.
We're going to speculate on what we focus on the podcast here, which is
For sure.
fandom, nerdom, and whatnot.
Yes.
So basically, we were into a conversation of MCU, and long story short, there apparently rumor is
We could throw DC into there too, but I mean, there's
there's not much to talk about on
No,
that side of the
with everything in MCU, we have that's a good hour right there.
Okay.
DC honestly does,
right.
but honestly, DC deserves their own episode with everything going on. There's a lot to talk about there as well.
We've given DC too much attention.
Yeah.
Too much. Let the
So
niggas go.
with Jonathan Majors, basically the rumors that MCU is looking to recast him depending on how the situation goes. and from what they're looking for someone similar to Damon Idris, the dude from Snowfall.
Yes,
Um,
the guy. I'm on that.
so so before we get into the main topic, I guess that based on that, what do you guys think in regards to if let's entertain the bullshit. If he was to be recasted with Damon, how would you feel about that?
I
For
don't think.
oh my god, Kang.
For Kang the Conqueror.
Thank you. Yes.
I think personally that I wouldn't like the move, only because I like Jonathan Majors as an actor, but I do think that if Idris were the one to be Kang, he would knock that shit out the park. That motherfucker is an amazing actor. For someone, and I don't know if anyone here has watched Snowfall. I don't think so, but I have. And that's probably one of the best shows on television now. And his acting, like for him to be able to hold an accent, the LA accent, the South Central accent, while being an English boy from London, is amazing in itself. For him to do that shit while he's angry, upset, screaming, he's still able to keep that same accent. That's just a level of talent that you can't really teach. It's you either got it or you don't. So again, I feel like if he were to be Kang the Conqueror, maybe they would tell him to keep his English accent.
But Kang isn't English though.
No, I know.
We don't know what Kang from, so it don't really matter.
Yeah,
well, I mean, we do know he's not English just based off of comic accuracy.
He's not American either.
True. Well, I mean, technically, yes, he is basically based on who he is.
Yeah, because he's like a descendant of Reed Richards.
Exactly. Now, that doesn't mean that he can't play a English variant of King from like that timeline. Yes, but in terms of just main King.
I mean, again, I think he would still knock it out the park as an actor. He's an amazing actor. If you get a chance, this is not an ad. I promise you. You know me. I don't add shit on here at all. If you get a chance and you're looking for something to watch Snowfall. It's on Hulu. All the seasons are on Hulu. Watch that shit. Only 6 seasons.
Only 6 seasons. How many episodes per season?
Like
10.
It's not
10.
bad.
But hour each episode. It's not bad.
120 anime episodes.
That's a lot of homework.
120 anime episodes.
That's a lot of homework.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's a good watch. That's the only thing. But anyway, we're here to talk about.
Look, I'm not a huge fan of replacing Jonathan Majors at all. Just to be quite frank.
Until we find out what we.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if it turns out that that they have no choice but to part ways with him for whatever reason, then they're gonna do what they gotta do anyway. But I'm not a fan of the idea of replacing him, only because I really feel like he has that persona that can be this like larger than life type of force of nature that we're supposed to see as Kang throughout the continuation of the MCU.
We was
Kangs, right? So like it'll just be disappointing because we haven't really gotten to see much. I haven't personally gotten a chance to see the third Ant-Man movie, so I didn't see his most recent portrayal of Kang.
He made the movie.
I only saw what he did in Loki. And I felt like what he did in Loki was really great. So I can only imagine how he did in Ant-Man and the Wasp. And I would like to see more of his characters throughout the MCU. Like, we're supposed to see more variants of him also, and more variants of other characters. And there's rumors going around about them bringing back older actors to play different variants of Avengers that we know and love. Which I don't think is a good idea.
I don't think it's a good idea either.
So I'd be upset if they do that. I'd be upset if they fired Jonathan Majors and brought back Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I'll be pissed off.
Because like Robert Downey Jr. had an excellent like close
Yeah.
to his, presence and character in the MCU. Like I feel like bringing him back would just be for the cash grab, and it would make his death feel less important. And I feel like removing Jonathan Majors would also make Kang the Conqueror feel less important.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the character portrayal might be well. Maybe if this actor that you guys are saying could potentially take over the role, maybe he would do a good job. But I feel like we as MCU fans would feel like these characters are just a little less important.
Yeah, I feel you. I see what you're saying. Well, for me, if he did that bullshit, get him the fuck out.
We would
Get him
not.
out of here.
That's a given.
If he didn't though,
It hurts,
let
but
nigga,
you gotta
let my
go.
nigga rock,
I get
and put
that.
the other girl up, put the girl in jail. Just saying, just put in 2 cents up there. Put her in jail.
Oh,
If she's lying,
she's lying,
if she's lying purposefully,
put her in jail because you making my nigga lose money on some bullshit. You know what I mean, go to jail. But I think we should let him rock with that character because he did do a good job. I didn't see him in Loki because I didn't finish Loki. So I didn't
Loki
see him
was
in
a
Loki.
great series.
I only saw him.
It's the only thing is convoluted as a motherfucker, bro.
Not
But
too
if
much.
you, it's
too much.
not. You just
gotta
gotta
pay attention to it. That's it.
That's the only thing.
The
Loki,
only-
you have to pay attention.
The only thing I saw was the Ant-Man movie, and he did a great job in that movie.
Supposedly, it's a very different Kang in Loki compared from Loki to Kang the Conqueror. Like those are two
Yeah, they're
different.
Well, I mean, you can kind of
careful.
understand
You
that though
can't spoil it.
because we've seen.
No,
Nigga, if you haven't seen Loki, there's like I don't like.
Crispin just said he didn't watch.
He hasn't.
Loki.
He hasn't finished it.
Crispin don't get spoiled though.
It's fine.
So what? It's
think?
bro, it's
Well,
Loki.
we got to make sure because you be just shooting and don't think. You just shoot.
No, I was paying attention, bro. I know everyone here has seen it.
Spoilers for Loki and potentially Ant-Man and the Wasp.
And be careful because John didn't watch Ant-Man either.
I didn't watch Ant-Man. I'm not talking about Ant-Man. I'm just talking about what we saw in Loki.
Spoiler alert for the first season.
From what I can remember in Loki, right? The whole point of him coming there was him kind of warning them, saying that if you could, I don't remember exactly what he was saying.
You about to butcher the shit out of this.
I'm a butcher, yeah, of course. But if someone remembers, they can interrupt me right now and say what he was saying.
I remember.
Oh, we want to. Trust me. Believe that.
Go ahead.
No, go. We're gonna
make your point.
Get your shit up. Yeah, get your shit up first.
So from what I remember, he was saying something about like the choices that you make. If you make this particular choice, shit could go good. If you make a different choice, then shit is gonna be a little different. So it kind of makes sense why the Kang that we saw in Loki is different from the Kang that we're seeing in Ant-Man, because he already told us, look, all you niggas got to do is do what I say. If you don't want to do what I say, this is what's going to happen. Right or wrong?
So since Crispin don't get spoiled, that version of Kang was referred to as He Who Remains, right? He Who Remains. And the idea is that he was the last variant of himself in control of basically him preventing an incursion from happening. So like when multiverses crash into each other, he was telling them about a story about how his other variants were tyrants and were fighting against one another for supremacy. And he was able to just keep everything contained by condensing everything to one timeline, the main timeline. And he has been maintaining that timeline for a while, making sure that anything that creates a divergent timeline, the TVA's job is to nip it in the butt, keep everything one consistent timeline so that no other versions or variants of himself can fuck shit up. And while he's been there, he's just gotten tired of his job already and was hoping that these Loki variants would take his place, keeping the timeline together. But it was a choice, not necessarily an ultimatum. It was a choice for them to either assume his position and keep everything under control, or they could kill him like they intended to, and they would only be unleashing potential threats in the multiverse, the grand scheme of the multiverse. And we could potentially encounter other variants of himself. And at the end,
What did they do with him at the end?
They killed him.
they killed him.
Well,
Well, she killed him.
She killed him.
She killed
Where
him.
he died.
That variant of him.
Yes.
That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
Yes.
He
Yes,
died.
that
He
variant
who
of him
remains died.
He who remains was killed by the girl Loki. I forget her name off the top of my head. Sylvie.
Loki.
Sylvie kills him out of her hate for the situation that she was in her whole life. And our Loki actually wanted to talk about it first. Like, let's what if what he's saying is true? What if we fuck everything up by killing him? What if there's a way to stop it? And she said, I don't want to entertain that idea. He's got to go.
Okay, so then that again, so what I was saying was correct. Yes, I don't remember exactly what he was saying, but my point was that they kill him. The reason why we have a different Kang is because it's not the same Kang that is in Loki.
It's a variant of him.
Because
unless I'm messing up the timeline, because
no.
again, events could happen beforehand. I know how Marvel does this shit.
You got it. You're just missing a piece. It's basically because the He Who Remains has been monitoring the timeline repetitively. So literally when time ends, it restarts itself and it keeps going in a cycle. Because Sylvie killed He Who Remains, she fucked up the cycle. So now when history repeated itself again, instead of He Who Remains being the king that rules the TVA, it's a different king who won the multiversal war that rules it. Which is why in Ant-Man you have a different variant of king, because since He Who Remains is no longer handling shit, now it's just all hell breaks
loose. I remember he mentioned during that shit, during the Loki episode, that there's like a version of him that is like the worst possible possible version of him. And I don't know if that's the one that we see in Ant-Man, because again, I haven't seen it, nor have I done research. But I mean, it is a possibility because of the way they painted him in Ant-Man.
It's possible we haven't seen that variant yet.
Yeah.
True.
Because we don't know. The Ant-Man one is his own variant that they tried to seal away. But also, oh my God, my bad. I can't even speak as far into it. But yes, that king.
That's why I stay shut. That's why I stay shut. That's why I asked him what happened with that nigga at the end.
That king and the Ant-Man is a completely different king than the other ones.
It's different. 100%.
So
100%.
We'll leave it at that.
All right.
Yeah.
Next.
Hold on.
I was just gonna say it just shows, because I'm assuming that the Kang and Ant-Man and the Wasp it just behaves completely different. This is a completely different character. But Jonathan Majors is probably a part of what makes that transition so like, oh shit, this is a totally different character.
If anything, people will tell you that you should go watch Ant-Man just to see Jonathan Majors play this different role of Kang, because it is literally night and day from the Loki King. But yeah, in regards to that, for me personally, I've seen Damon act. I think this is just another case of when an actor does a role so well, it's really hard to have somebody come in and do a good job
and replace it. Yeah,
and
it just feels weird.
It's also seeing a different face, bro.
Yeah, and like, don't get me,
when you watch the movies and you see a different face, it's like, oh my God.
Don't get me wrong,
because you did a great job, but fuck you, nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, Kang is Kang. You can do a different actor from because he's variants at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. But with Jonathan Majors, he kind of just made Kang him. he made King his own version of King, you know. So it's like my mind is already stuck on that. So with Damon,
You
I
only
don't,
saw him twice. That's the problem. Like we already saw him twice,
and he nailed it very well and kind of
so it's just
solidified
like,
it.
It's like, damn, nigga.
Now
Fuck.
I will
Does
say,
anybody know when Ant-Man and the Wasp is supposed to hit Disney Plus?
I haven't even checked.
I've been waiting.
Because of what's happening with the quote unquote major stuff, because everything got pushed back. Secret Invasion just got a new release date. Loki got a new date, and everything got pushed back. Which now we're kind of putting two and two together. It might be because of the Jonathan Majors thing. We have to see when they're going to drop it. Which that shouldn't technically affect it, but with Disney,
It's already recording. Nigga, drop that shit.
But I think sometimes Disney just chooses when, because I don't think it was 40 days from when
Panther.
Yeah, because I think they pushed it because of Black History Month and they dropped it February 1st. But that was over because I think that shit came out in November. And 40 days is like in January, the middle of January or some shit like that. So
they've
less.
Whoa.
Yeah, I haven't bothered to look it up, so I'm not entirely sure the pipeline for that.
I just found out they dubbed Tokyo Revengers. I finally can watch that shit.
There you go. Enjoy your anime, sir.
But the last thing I'll say to it is, and there's gonna be a wild take. I could see Damon being a variant of T'Challa, like a younger version of him in the multiverse. I can see him. I think he would be better suited there. I could see that shit. He could be like a younger T'Challa. Different.
I need to see like a scene with this actor.
Oh, bro,
somebody send me like a YouTube clip of him in like Snowfall or something, like a dope ass scene. I want to see something where it'd be like, damn, that motherfucker's cold. Like, Snowfall. It's cold in Snowfall. Like, I want to.
Snow is really falling in Snowfall.
So the rumor is supposed to. The rumor is tomorrow, John, but I don't see that.
The rumor is tomorrow for what? For
Ant-Man, according
Disney Plus.
Apparently, digital is supposed to be then.
Till 12
MCU's digitally on the same day, they're available for streaming, so it would be tomorrow. Technically, the ATM just googled it now.
Tomorrow, what time though? 12.
It would be, but I feel like if it was tomorrow, Marvel would have announced it.
Yeah, I would have seen something. It would be like catch Ant-Man and the Wasp streaming on Disney Plus.
Yeah. So
I mean, at least
that's just a take for that, but that leads directly into the conversation of Crispin had asked what movies we recently saw in theaters. Some of us said Ant-Man, Super Mario, Creed, and then we got into a whole debate about rewatchability of MCU movies,
of older MCU films.
And I was getting killed because I think Black Panther personally is not the first Black Panther is not rewatchable past 3 times, in my opinion. I don't know. I just feel like it's
rewatchable if you're saying you're willing to rewatch it.
Wait, hold on. Rewind.
Te estás pasando, Shawny.
Start that from the beginning. What are we talking about? We talking about Black Panther, the first joint?
Yes.
The first joint.
I
Listen,
don't think
man.
rewatchable past 3 times.
Listen.
You still rewatched it 3 times. Audience.
Audience.
Hold on. That's it.
It don't matter what your max is. If you watch it,
I'm muting these niggas.
Muted all you motherfuckers.
Audience, listen right now. Please, in the comments, vote. Should Shawny lose his black card? Because he is wilding. He is wilding. He really thinks.
Go ahead,
that
Shawny.
Black and Panther. Audience, hold Macky on. Is literally just telling you that it's rewatchable because it's a black movie made for black people.
No, I'm not. But
that's what you led with. What you led with. You literally just said that.
So you leapt with that.
Listen, you're telling me, right, that you rather watch Captain America, the first Avenger.
I said Winter Soldier. Stop
it. We're not talking about Winter Soldier. I'm asking you a question.
How are you gonna put? No, you did. It's not a question. You're making a statement, motherfucker.
No, I'm asking you a question right now. You're telling me this is a question. This is not a statement because you're telling me it's not a question.
Are you asking? Or
yes, because you are telling me right now. So hold on. Let me ask you a question, right? You would rather watch
Uh-huh.
the Captain America.
That's not a
I can't
question.
even-
That is a statement. Do you not understand this guy, yo? You would say, would you prefer the first
Can I
one? Not,
finish?
you
Can I
would
finish?
rather.
No, bro. I'm asking you.
Oh
Yes
my
or
No,
God.
no.
you're putting words in my
Listen,
mouth by saying.
no.
Rather and
I'm
prefer
asking-
is the same shit.
Thank you. What is he talking about? Shawny, I'm asking you a question. Yes or no? Would
It's
you
like
rather
writing
don't
an
watch?
try
essay
to-
up in this
He,
shit.
just let him ask his question, and then we'll see what it is that he has to say, and then you can give him an answer right after.
Shawny,
You
would
can refute it
rather-
after he's done.
Would you rather watch Captain America? I can't even say this shit with a straight face. Captain America,
The first Avenger
or Black Panther 1.
Neither.
You said both.
Audience, you want to know what's so
garbage.
annoying about this? In pre-pro, I literally said I would not watch the first Avenger multiple times. And this motherfucker tried to throw it in my face. I can't lead. I led with Winter Soldier as
You
rewatchable.
did say Winter Soldier.
Yes, nigga. No one is arguing if Winter Soldier is rewatchable.
All right, so what is
We
not
all agree-
rewatchable?
He was
What is
putting
not
it up
rewatchable?
against a movie that he didn't think was rewatchable.
Thank you.
So he was
Jesus Christ.
asking, would you rather rewatch this movie
A
that I
movie
think
that
is
is not-
rewatchable or a movie
Or a
that you
movie
think
that
is
you
rewatchable?
think is rewatchable. Thank you. As someone here is using their sense. Yes, I
Well,
know
John
that.
can articulate
I
better
know
than you. You
that-
tried.
Nigga, I don't have to say all of that shit. Why do I have to make it so like I don't have to do all what John just did? You should be able to understand what I'm saying.
That's the
It's a
whole
yes or no-
point. Make
it's
it
a
clear
yes-
and concise.
It's a yes or no
Like the
question.
fuck?
Okay,
Would
okay,
you rather
okay.
watch
Listen,
one
listen,
movie or
listen,
another
movie?
listen.
Yes or no? You
Escucha.
telling me neither is a lie because you just said you
Let
watched
the
Black
Hokage speak,
Panther
sir.
3 times.
Let's.
How many times have you watched fucking First Avenger? Once.
I literally said I can't watch it past 3 times.
Okay,
You guys are talking about watching multiple
I'm just
times
gonna
past
pick up
that.
some reading material and I'm just gonna read.
How many times have you watched First Avenger?
2.
A lot, if you ask me. I've rewatched like all of the MCU a lot actually, and that's primarily because we rewatch them in the barbershop a lot.
That
Yeah,
don't count.
it does
That
count
doesn't count.
because we
does count.
choose to put the movies on. It's not like
You not be watching a movie while you cutting my hair, motherfucker. What is wrong with you? Does not
no. I mean, most of the time I'm listening to it, but if I ain't doing nothing, I look at the
Okay,
TV
guys.
and I
Okay,
watch
guys.
it.
We're gonna go like this. 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 I'm gonna say the name of the movie. You tell me if it's rewatchable or not. Okay.
All right, let's do
Yes
it.
or no?
This
The
sounds
Infinity
dope.
Saga
You think-
Phase
thank
1
you.
from 2008.
No, wait, hold on. Why don't we start
Here
from the
he
beginning?
goes.
Why don't we start from the first?
I just
He
have
just
a
said
list.
Phase
I have
1.
a
He
list.
just said
Got a list.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Infinity Saga Phase 1, 2008 to 2012, right? First movie, Iron Man, number 1. Macky.
No.
Rewatchable or not?
No.
John.
yes.
Yes? Shawnee.
No.
I say yes, so it's a tie, 50-50. Somebody take notes. Somebody keep score, please.
No,
We're not
my
keeping
God.
score.
We
We're not
have to
keeping
because we said how many are rewatchable, how many are not. You said a lot of them were not. Okay.
Come on, host.
The Incredible Hulk. No. It's a
No.
consensus.
No.
No.
No,
Everybody
I
say
don't-
no.
I don't even think I saw it once.
Oh no, you bugging. You have to see it once.
you didn't miss much.
Iron Man 2.
No.
I liked Iron Man too.
I like
I,
Iron
qu-
Man
I,
2
quote,
too.
I quoted a
Mac.
lot, so I think that one's a yes.
Mac.
Iron
Iron
Man,
Man 2.
Iron Man 2 is the one with Maine.
Whiplash.
The one with Whiplash.
With
Very
Maine?
good man.
No, I'm talking about what's his name? The come on, Maine. You know,
Oh no,
T.I.?
Terrence
You think of
Howard
that?
only appeared in the first
in the
Iron
first
Man.
one?
He was recasted by the
Yeah.
second one with Don Cheadle.
No.
Thor, the first one.
No.
No.
Captain
Yeah.
America, the first Avenger. Marvel, the first Avenger.
No.
No.
I would say yes.
None of two?
I
None
like
of the two?
Captain America.
Or just one?
I'm outvoted.
Bro.
Oh, the first Avengers movie. The first
The
Avengers
first,
movie.
the first Avengers.
The first
So
one?
Captain America,
Yes.
and then the first Avengers movie. So the yes to the first Avengers movie, no to Captain America.
I say yes to Captain America, but I'm outvoted, so no.
So
So the consensus is no for Captain America, the
Okay.
first movie.
And then the first Avengers movie.
I'm yes.
I say yes. Also.
Yes.
So
I'm yes.
yeah, okay. Phase 2, Iron Man 3.
Hell no.
No.
Nah, I'm not as much of a fan of the third one.
No, I'm not a fan of third one either. Iron Man
You know
3
we
says-
said no more times than yes. I just want you to know. Keep count.
What are you talking about?
Go ahead. Continue. Keep asking.
He's saying that so far there have been more no's than yeses for
He lied.
rewatchable movies.
He
Let's
lied.
continue.
As a consensus.
Thor,
Yeah.
The Dark World.
Yes. No.
Thor: The Dark World. No, I don't
Hell.
like that one too much.
Captain America,
Oh,
Winter
no.
Soldier.
Yes.
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 Okay. Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one.
Yes.
Yes.
I love Guardians films.
Yes.
Avengers, Age of Ultron.
No.
No.
I say yes.
No. I don't
I'm outvoted, but I say yes.
Ant-Man, the first one. Yes.
No.
Yes.
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 I guess.
Yes.
No.
The
All right.
first
That's a
Ant-Man,
very family
yes.
friendly movie.
Yes.
Yes.
The first
Phase
Ant-Man
3.
is hilarious.
No.
Phase 3, Captain Americano, Civil War.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Doctor Extraño. Yes.
No.
That's like-
I like Doctor Strange. Yeah, that one.
The
That
first
one's good.
one?
That one's
The
a good
first one,
rewatch.
no. The first one.
No, hear me out. Hear me out. The only problem that I have with the first one is that like you can't watch it while you're sleeping. You gotta watch it while you're awake.
That's on you, nigga. That has nothing
That
to do
could
with
be
the
any movie.
That is on you, nigga.
I'm just saying.
So yes, yes.
Yes.
I got no.
So
You've
it's a
come
tie.
to Camartage.
50-50.
It's a tie. Okay. Guardians of the Galaxy. A dos.
Volume 2.
Volume en dos.
Yes.
I feel like Guardians shouldn't be included. I just feel like Guardians is rewatchable regardless
So,
which movie.
Guardians is a yes.
So Guardians is a
yes.
yes.
Spider-Man.
Belongs in the
Listen.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Homecoming. Yes or no?
Homecoming, yes.
Yes. I'm saying yes. I like all the Spider-Man ones, so I'm
don't.
Homecoming. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I
Okay.
don't like all the
Homecoming, yes.
Spider-Man, but
The
yeah,
second one,
Homecoming,
yeah.
Homecoming,
Thor.
yes.
Thor Ragnarok.
Yes. Thor
Yes.
Ragnarok
The
is
only good
fantastic.
Thor movie. The only.
Black
Yes.
Panther.
Yes.
Yes.
The
No.
Black Panther.
The
Yes,
Black
Black
No.
Panther. Yes.
Yes. Avengers Infinity War.
No.
Yes.
I thought you didn't like
wild.
Endgame.
You were wild for that.
No. It was
Infinity War is the first one.
Oh, you're absolutely right,
Then
John.
Endgame is the second one.
Yes.
But Infinity War
Yes.
also I can't rewatch, so it's still a
Okay,
no.
but I like I
Yeah.
like
But I
Infinity War.
I do not like Endgame. Endgame was not good, bro.
Yeah, I say yes.
I see.
Yes to
Yes.
Infinity
All
War.
right, Infinity War is a yes. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Wasp.
No.
No,
It's
I'm-
all right. It's
a
not
no.
as rewatchable as the first one.
Yeah, I'm
Nah,
gonna say no to
yeah.
that.
So then
Cap-
no,
no.
John.
Captain Marvel.
No.
Captain Marvel, no.
No.
I'm gonna say yes to that one, but yeah, whatever.
Wow.
I like
Okay.
that one.
I ain't gonna
I like
argue.
that.
Go ahead.
Probably for Samuel Jackson because he makes that movie watchable.
Avengers End of Game.
Yes.
Avengers
No.
Endgame, I say yes.
Because
No.
if I watch
no.
the first one, I'm just kind of have to watch the second. So it is a yes to me because the first one is a yes.
I say yes also.
Spider-Man. Muy lejos de la casa, far away from home. Folks.
No.
No,
No,
No.
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 no,
I'm the only one saying yes to this. Okay.
no.
cool.
Far From Home is the worst one out of the
Yeah,
all
that
three
was
of
the
them.
worst one.
Black Widow. Everybody at the same time.
No.
No.
Even though,
No.
listen, hot take. It's not a bad movie.
It's not a bad movie.
It's not a bad
It's
movie.
It's not a
just too
movie
late.
you want
It's
to
too
go
It was.
watch.
Yeah.
I
over
felt
and
like
over
it
again.
was a movie that
improperly placed.
Yeah.
It was yes.
Yeah.
It was badly placed. It was too late.
In my heart, when I saw it, I'm like, it's too late for Black Widow. She's
Because
grown.
It's too late.
it's a spy movie, and spy movies are always usually good, bro. So it's a good
Okay.
The
movie.
movie is decent. It's a
This
decent
movie,
film.
The movie's
this
good.
movie
It's
coming
just-
up.
it was-
Listen to me. This
it was a
movie coming
filler
up-
movie.
This
Real
movie
talk.
coming up is rewatchable. Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi
Yes.
is very rewatchable.
Yes.
I love Shang-Chi.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna skip this one.
Oh no.
It's
I'm
the
not, even
Eternals.
gonna,
That's
I'm
why.
not even gonna say it. I don't even wanna say it. I don't even want to say
Even
it.
if you think Eternals was good, it wasn't good enough to rewatch.
No.
No.
Spider-Man, No Way Home.
Yeah.
Spider-Man No Way Home is rewatchable.
Yes. Doctor Extraño into a multiverse.
Yes.
No.
I say yes.
I say
say
yes.
yes.
Too. I say yes too.
I say
I
yes.
say no.
That was
Thor-
a Sam
Thor,
Raimi thing.
Love and Thunder.
No,
Dude,
hell
No.
Love and
No.
Thunder. That
Hell
shit was
no.
trash. That shit was
No.
garbage. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Yes.
Yeah,
No.
I could rewatch that one.
Yes.
No.
I could definitely rewatch that one.
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't pay $25 to see an African get beat up by Mex. Anyway, next.
And then you guys wonder, and the audience wonders why I keep saying that he
Next.
will make shit racy, yo.
Next.
Just
This is the
because.
last one.
It's
This is the
made
last
back,
one,
yeah.
and you haven't watched it. Neither has John. So Shawny, this is up to me and you.
I'm muted, so
You know you're not. I can hear you.
now I'm not.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
No.
No,
I
just because
would say no. It's just honestly,
Jonathan.
you would be better off just going on YouTube and
Watch
watching the
Jonathan
Jonathan Major
shit.
scene. Just like
When
bro.
it comes out on Disney Plus, I will tell you
Okay.
how I feel. about it.
John,
Yeah.
honestly, I'm looking it up tomorrow. I
we
think
got
is the day, and they're
I'm
actually talking
gonna
about
say
how bad
the
they
ending of
promoted
Phase
it.
5, and then whatever they have for Phase 6 because it's here listed already, right? So I'm gonna just say and tell me what are you looking forward to? Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Before
not out yet.
before we do that, just hold on,
What
because
up?
we're still on and we still got some time left, and I feel like we should do that towards the end, like see what we're looking.
No, I mean we could actually. I think we
We
could
could
actually
ju- we could
burn
jump
the rest
into
of the
that,
episode for
'cause
this
it might-
because I think we're done with this
Yeah,
part of
done.
it.
There's
No,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
And we haven't talked about the
You didn't
phase
take
at
you didn't
all.
take
None of
notes
us.
like I told you to. Like that we could have.
I did. I did.
Okay, where's
bro.
the notes? What's up?
Majority, it was close, but majority of what we said was not rewatchable for the MCU. I can't lie. Like half of the first phase, we said it was not rewatchable.
No, a lot of the first phase was actually a tie.
Bro, we said none of the Iron Man. Hulk
That's a
was
lie. Hulk was a
Yep.
consensus no. Me
I
and
thought
John
we said
said
the first
yes.
Iron Man.
Me and
Oh,
John
no,
said
yeah,
yes
we
to 1
said
and 2
yes to
Iron Man.
we split it.
It's a tie.
Yeah, so it
so
it
those
doesn't count.
are eliminated.
Ties
Okay,
don't
so then
count.
the second Iron Man
We
was
said I think me and John said yes too.
Yeah, I said yes to the second Iron Man also.
I said no,
And you said
I don't
no.
know what you Max said.
There's a lot of. That's why I said
There's a lot of
notes,
ties.
because if a lot of ties were there, those are out. Those are rewatchable and not. But if it's a no consensus, like everybody said no, or 3 of us said no,
we said what age the only Avenger movie that was rewatchable was what? The first one?
the
And
first
then-
one, and then Age of
and
Ultron
then-
was
and
gone.
then-
The last 2 were
where I think both of you guys said yes.
no. You
Oh,
said yes to the first one too.
no,
the
I said
last
no. I said no to
You
both.
said-
I said no to both.
He said no to both, but I said yes to Infinity War. I said no to Endgame.
Okay, so Infinity War and Endgame, it's a tie. So
Then we said, of course, Guardians of the Galaxy was yes.
all 4. Well, how many Guardians of the Galaxy is it? 2,
Three.
The
All
third
3
one
of them
hasn't
are
come
yes.
out yet. The
Oh,
third
third
one
one-
hasn't
so
come
two.
out.
Coming up.
2 of them are yes. Iron Man, the first one is yes.
The 2 first
Soldier was
Thor
a yes.
movies were a no. Hulk was a no. Scarlet
Shang-Chi
Witch
was
was
a
a no.
yes.
Shang-Chi was a yes.
Black
Eternals
Black
was a
Panther
no.
was a yes.
Panther was a no. Black Panther was a yes. Captain America
The second Black Panther was a yes.
Winter Soldier was a
Second
yes.
was a yes.
Civil War was a yes.
Correct.
Mhm.
Homecoming was a
It might, all right,
tie.
so it might be
It might be tied.
it might be tied from
Yep.
what I'm like from what we're saying right now. So it might be
Tied.
half of it is rewatchable, half of it's not.
Facts.
But the
What are we
main
looking forward to?
The main argument is that Black Panther is rewatchable.
The first Black Panther movie.
The first one.
No, the first Black Panther movie, in my opinion,
Even though
is-
the CIA helped an African country, which they would never do in real life. But
it
anyway,
was
There we
an individual acting on his own accord.
One,
He was
he
not
was
acting
in jail.
on behalf of the American government.
he still had his job in Black Panther 2. So
So they didn't
What
know.
does that have to
We-
do with him
we-
deciding he wanted to help them because they saved his life?
John, we just need to put a
gotta
counter
let it
for
go.
every time Mackie makes shit racy,
We got
dog.
to let
Like,
it
That's
go.
every
the
time he
fourth
makes
time
it
I said it,
racist,
yo.
because he ain't making it
Every
racy. I don't feel hot.
Here we go. What are we looking forward to? Phase 5. Phase 5 already started with the movie that we just watched. Only Macky and John have not watched this movie, but
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man and the Wasp in the Quantum Mania, right?
why did
We
you
already saw that.
the Haka spit? What the fuck is this?
Horse.
The Wasp.
He was doing his best Puerto Rican accent.
We going to the next movie that's coming out soon, which is Guardianes of the Galaxia 3.
So
Who's looking
let's
forward
stop.
to this?
Let's
I really want to see Guardians 3.
Do you think they're gonna keep the same energy? Are we going to want to rewatch this one? Because both of them are rewatchable, and it's the only one that both of them are really rewatchable. Everybody said yes in this podcast, obviously.
I feel like Guardians is a cheat code, to be honest. It's more family oriented no matter what. So either way, it's gonna find a way to just stay in your heart no matter how you look at it.
I even watched
Guardians
the Guardians Christmas episode.
Yeah, I saw that too. The Christmas special.
It's a fucking cheat code.
Here we go. The Marvels.
Oh, Marvels. Well, that's a film or is that a series?
It's a film. The first question is: did anybody watch the trailer for that?
No,
that just
I
did.
No.
I have to rewatch Miss Marvel because I don't really remember the details.
You don't really. You could just YouTube it, to be honest.
You don't
I want to see it though.
That's a rewatchable.
Well, Jersey City, I get it.
Yeah, I want to see it. I just want to see it because I like her story.
Bro, that shit.
So I just kind of want to see how they did it.
I can't lie to you.
No, the only thing that was in Jersey City was like the intro, the opening credits, where they were doing like the random scenes with the music and everything. All of the scenes in the opening credits, that's all Jersey City. But everything that they filmed for the actual show, none of it was Jersey
in Hollywood.
Yeah, it was all just
in setup sets. It's freaking Disney.
No, I was just saying more so the fact that she's from Jersey City.
Yeah,
like, shout out to her.
She's an official superhero from Jersey City, which she got to represent.
Facts.
But I like her story though, so I just kind of want to see how they did it. I mean, I saw it, but I was so busy that I couldn't really pay attention to the actual chunk of the story.
It's not a bad show, my
It's
opinion.
not a bad show. It's
a really
rewatchable show to me.
6 out of 5.
I would rewatch it. Because I like how the story broke down. I like the story.
Real talk. I feel like that's the purpose of watching your daughter.
I don't know if her like the superhero herself, but the story itself, I like.
Yeah, I think it was just the fact that they focused so much on her coach that made it really good. And like and a lot of people always say it's woke, but I'm like, no, dog. Like that's her culture.
It literally is just giving you an inside look at someone else's fucking culture.
And it was actually really well done. Really like I fucked with the heavy.
Yeah, it's not really woke. If the whole fucking show was about like fucking global warming or something, okay, I could see that being labeled as a woke message, but I don't know. They really misused the hell out of that word.
Okay, here we go.
No, don't let me get on.
Here we go. Capitán Americano, Nueva Orden del Mundo.
The New World Order.
That's just gonna be hard.
Listen, bro, I feel you, Crispin, right? I respect you, my nigga. You my nigga, right?
I just translated it.
I've known you. No, he needs to stop this bullshit.
Why? This is me, bro. Accept
this.
I love
why you say he's talking Spanish? God. You don't like him talking Spanish?
Yo, Shawny, you out of focus like a motherfucker.
Listen to you if you out of focus, nigga.
I don't know.
Here we go. We're back. All right, Captain America: New World Order.
I'm excited for that because
that's just gonna be hard.
I'm one of the
hold on. Was there a trailer for that?
No.
Anything going forward after Crispin is no trailer.
Yes,
after me.
He didn't mention Secret Wars.
That's a show.
That's not.
He's talking about movies.
This is movies.
Okay,
this is his movies.
Yeah.
Sorry. You're right.
All right, here we go. Thunderbolt. I don't know who this is.
I was gonna make a comment.
We didn't finish.
I was one of the only people that actually enjoyed Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
No, you're not.
What? No, you're not.
I know a lot of people, especially people we talked to in the barbershop, and a lot of people were just like, "Yeah, I wasn't really feeling that one." Like,
nobody wants to see a black Captain America. You understand? Because they don't believe that Captain America.
It's been 20 times in this episode only.
Yes.
Nigga. Like, stop it.
But I genuinely
I wanted Dominican Captain America, but guess what? He Dominican. He needs to be a Captain Dominicano.
Nigga, that's an oxymoron, nigga.
Captain República Dominicana sounds crazy.
Man, Captain Dominicano. Capitán
El
Dominicano.
Capitán Dominicano. Bro, stop, bro. We get it. He is about to go crazy in this movie. He's going to be the main character in the movie for the first time in Marvel. We good. We understand this. Relax, bro.
And we're supposedly supposed to get Red Hulk in that one too. So
he probably is gonna put
But
that
I'm
in the
looking forward to that because I actually think Anthony Mackie is gonna do a pretty good job at
Okay.
like taking on,
The
that
mantle,
character. Yeah, that mantle and
of
what he wants to do.
Capitan.
I thought the series was okay. That wasn't a bad series.
No. The series was good. It's just I hate the character of Captain America because he gives off that.
Like Steve Rogers, Captain America.
Yeah, bro. He gives off that like it's that Boy Scout shit. I don't really like that like at
He's a
all.
Boy Scout, nigga, and
That-
he was a
yeah,
But I would
soldier.
argue,
that's one of
but
the jokes that all of the superheroes make towards him. Even in the
No,
comic
I
book,
know. Even
everybody
I
says
know,
he's a
bro.
fucking
He's
Boy
a
Scout.
Boy Scout. I don't like.
but I would argue after the first movie, he kind of like broke out of that show.
Yeah, and
like,
he
that's what I like
challenges
about
a
the
lot of
MCU
ideas.
version.
Yeah, the MCU
Exactly.
Steve Rogers is very different. Like his argument with Tony was very sound. Like and
Whose side were you on? Whose side were
What?
you on? Whose side were you
What?
on?
I was Team Iron Man.
Oh, okay, good man.
But he had a sound argument, is what I said. I didn't say I agreed.
He definitely
He
had
had
an
a sound argument. He had a very
He
sound
had an argument. But I did not
Yeah, I
agree.
know.
with
I
that
wrote the movie, nigga.
I kind of agree with Cap on that.
We had that whole episode
Yeah,
of
we
the
know what
podcast a
you
long
agree
time
with,
ago.
Shawny. Shit.
Okay, we go. Here we go. We gotta keep it moving because Steve Rogers is no longer Captain America. Okay, it's a black nigga like get Mackie's thing. All right, cool. Respect.
Yeah.
Thunderbolt.
And
I don't
Anthony
know.
Mackie.
I don't know what this is. I don't
So
know nothing.
It's basically Suicide Squad for Marvel
Yes.
without really being Suicide
Okay.
Squad.
So if you're watching like the Disney Plus series and you saw the U.S. agent and you saw Black Widow's sister and you saw
them niggas.
And,
and you see like a lot. I heard even
Ghost.
Zemo is
Abominable.
supposed to be a part.
Abominals is the Abominable supposed
Abomination.
Abomination.
yes,
He's supposed to be.
Abomination, Yelena,
US
Black Widow's
agent.
sister, U.S. agent, Ghost from Ant-Man 2, the chick that was
That phases through stuff.
Yes, she's gonna be in it. I hate to say it. What's his name? The fake, the bullshit Taskmaster. Taskmaster is gonna be in it as well from Black Widow
Listen.
movie.
Listen,
It was the Red Room
that was
owner's
probably
daughter.
that was probably the worst
worst.
part of that movie is the fact that they fucked up the Taskmaster, bro. Because he's supposed to be like the MCU's Slade.
Sports master.
Oh, I was gonna say Slade.
Slade doesn't. Slade is the original Deadpool without being Deadpool.
We're going back to the 2000s in this one.
Yeah.
Only Teen Titans calls him
I
Slade.
think.
Yeah.
What's his real name?
Deathstroke.
Oh, Deathstroke. Sorry.
Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
I think this movie came out in 2000. I might be wrong. It might
I
be
like
a little
Slade.
bit older. The first time I heard this name in a
What's
movie, Blade.
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 Honestly,
Blade.
I'm looking
Blade.
forward to it, but I need to see
Blades.
more of what his
When was the first
be.
Blade? Couple Blade movie came out in 2000s, right?
In the early 2000s.
Oh.
I think in like
Was it
19.
before that?
The
1990.
The first one was like
late 90s.
1998 or something like that,
Yeah,
and then the third one was like 2001 or something like that.
All right, so
2002.
of all of those that I told you,
Hey man, listen,
Yeah,
right?
listen,
Shout out to Blade, because if not for Blade, we would not have the MCU.
facts. From
Argue with your mama.
Phase 5. You already?
It's a whole thing, John. Just let him get it.
We already?
Alright, fine.
We already
Wesley
told-
Snipes for the win, I guess.
Can y'all
Wait,
let
hold
me
on.
finish? God damn it!
Hold on, Crispin, hold on. Y'all don't believe what I'm saying?
It's not that we don't believe what you're saying. It's just that when you say it, it sounds racy versus the more
Oh my
definitive explanation of it. That's why I just said, John, just let him get
It's
it.
a fact.
He's right. He's right just for the wrong reasons.
I'm not saying because he's black. That has nothing to do with whatever. Blade
We'll
was
find a
good-
way to make it do with it.
I did it. That was you that did that, not me. All I said
I'm
was,
just saying,
all I said
yeah.
is that
21.
if not for Blade, we don't get the MCU, and that is a fact. It has nothing to do with
21.
race.
The MCU wasn't started because of Blade.
I'm not saying that it was, but if
It's just more so of what it did for
If-
superhero movies, showing that it could be done.
exactly,
But it's not that it's the reason for it. It's just more of like it gave possibility and hope that the MCU could be a
Most
thing.
moviegoers didn't even know that Blade was a Marvel character.
Exactly
I did
that
not know
too.
that.
Yeah.
So it
it
just
doesn't matter if they didn't know.
Of course it matters because that affects your perception of superhero movies.
If you mean it's superhero movies in general, then that's the defining. That's the difference. But it is true. Most motherfuckers did not know that was Marvel.
If I wanted to say
Yes,
Spawn did it
Black
first,
Man
I could
Boy.
say that if I want to.
That's another
Hey,
argument right there.
Can I
Yeah,
finish, bro?
Spawn was another black superhero. You gonna argue with me on that one?
Word,
Yes,
you gonna
yes.
argue? Come on,
No, I'm not.
come on.
I'm not.
Or is he too light skinned?
God fucking damn, y'all niggas still talking about the same bullshit, bro. Phase 5. What are you guys looking forward to? We already talked about Guardians of the Galaxy 3, the Marvels, Captain America, Thunderbolt, and Blade. What are we looking forward to?
Blade and Captain America.
John.
Yeah, same. And Guardians.
Blade, Captain America, Guardian. Macky.
What?
What are you looking forward to, bro?
I'm looking forward to Blade. I'm looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, and that's it, man. And the next Black Panther movie that's coming out.
That's not coming out no time
This
soon.
nigga just said fuck Captain America,
Phase
right?
6. Here we go.
Right.
Here we go. I'm gonna run
I
through
hate
these.
Captain America. Everyone knows this.
I'm gonna run through these.
Even the black one?
Yes, especially
Wow. Wow.
especially
no
the black one. Bro, that's
Oh, here you go, audience.
bro. He's a black cop. Wow, I don't like cops. Period.
He's not a cop.
Okay,
He's a soldier.
Crispin. He's a black.
Crispin, please cut him off. Cut him off.
Phase 6.
Cut him off.
We're gonna Phase 6 starts with Deadpool. The first movie has Phase 6. Deadpool.
I'm excited.
Okay.
I mean,
Did they put that? They
I'm
put
a-
that in Phase 6. That's what they say.
Deadpool 3. Yeah.
Deadpool 3 is in Phase 6.
2024. So next year.
Damn.
Fantastic Cuatro. Fantastic 4.
We don't know
If
anything
done-
about that.
Absolutely nothing. We
If
don't even know
done
who's
right.
casting.
Yeah, we don't know nothing about Fantastic.
You got Michael
Four.
B. Jordan in that shit again.
as a variant.
That's a variant.
Hey, Michael B. Jordan, you still owe me Static Shock, nigga. I see you. Y'all
And
here
a black
doing
Superman.
shit.
Avengers, the Kang
We need
Dynasty.
Elzad and what?
Avengers, the Kang
Avengers,
Dynasty.
Kang Dynasty. Oh,
I don't know.
as long as they don't ruin Kang's character before then, I'm down.
I don't.
John, when you watch Ant-Man, you'll get excited.
Once
for it.
again, Avengers Secret Wars.
Yes.
Yeah, Secret War
yes,
sounds-
yes.
Very interesting.
Okay, so one last question. What are you looking forward to? No, what are your thoughts on Kang? Because since Kang started in Phase 5, right? He entered in Phase 5. In the
Kang
movies.
started in Phase 4.
In the movies.
Oh, sorry.
In the movies. What are you?
Wait, Ant-Man's Phase 5?
Phase 5, yeah. I didn't mention it because it's already out.
Oh, okay.
What are your what a variant of Kang you think is gonna be in Guardians, the Marvels, Captain America, the movies that are coming out? Which one you think is gonna be in there? Which one you think fits, or what kind of like personality should he have? Because I know all of them are not gonna be the same.
He might not be in all those movies.
He has to be connected some way somehow. At least in the credits in the back.
Yeah, like an end credit scene or something. You mean maybe they might.
Which
do
one
that.
would they show, or is the people that they're fighting connected to one Kang, and like that's what I'm talking about. He's not gonna be there like Kang came like type shit, but you know what I mean.
I can't see him being in the Marvels because the Marvels has their own. That's more Captain Marvel focus, and with the Kree, and there's a villain from there already confirmed.
Yeah.
So I can't see him being in there.
The Kree is not a big villain like the whole universe villain.
I know, but for the Marvels specifically, I think that's going to be like a standalone.
Yeah,
movie
it's going to be their story for that.
It's their story to just set them up to be able to come into like Secret Wars and shit. I don't think Kang will play a part.
But don't you think that just because they're gonna set him up to come into Secret Wars? Well, Secret Wars is Kang is already done after the Kang Dynasty, right? I'm guessing.
We don't know.
Well, Kang Dynasty would basically be the movie where we see all the Kings having their multiversal war, and that's when all the Avengers would try to come in and try to like minimize the damage or stop it.
My thing is, since I haven't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I don't know how they deal with that Kang variant. Like I don't know if he's permanently dead or if he's misplaced or if something happens to him
Yeah, we
somehow.
don't know either.
I'm not entirely sure.
We don't know
right?
either, yeah.
So I would be curious to know if it would be the same Kang from that movie that we would see repeating himself, you know, in different ways, or if we would see somebody a lot more menacing. And I would be interested to see how Kang the Conqueror can be as fearsome as a Thanos kind of character. Like Thanos towered over many of the Avengers. He was incredibly large and powerful. Fist fought with the Incredible Hulk and put the work on him. On top of that,
He was so
you know,
scared he
like
didn't want to come out.
It's just gonna be weird for me in the beginning just to take Kang as large of a threat as Thanos. I want him to be a larger threat than Thanos, and I know that the multiverse is what's going to make that threat larger than him. But I want to know what makes him more of a threat.
And the answer to that is watch Ant-Man, and that'll so answer your question.
Because it's hard to beat Captain Genocide.
And again, when you watch Ant-Man, you're gonna learn that nigga is worse than Thanos. Because Thanos only wanted balance.
He wanted to relieve half the universe.
This nigga doesn't want balance.
He wants control.
Wants it all. And that's what, and you'll understand when you watch Ant-Man.
Gotcha.
That nigga's a menace.
He's a problem.
But he's still a ningen. He's still human. So I need something.
Yeah, again,
Thanos was a Titan. Why it was different.
And and again, you watch and understand that nigga ain't scared of Titans, ain't scared of gods, he ain't scared of shit.
He said he's scared of thoughts.
A lot of us aren't.
Yeah, a lot of us are not scared of those big thotties.
You don't scare me. Be gone, ho. All right.
Be gone.
If anything, I would say, and I know I'm probably off face, but I think Guardians is more than likely where you would see a Kang in some way, shape, or form because of them just being the galaxy.
I think he's gonna be involved in all of them.
We would have to see. I would like there to be some consistency, but I just feel like lately Marvel projects have been very disconnected. Like Moon Knight is really disconnected.
Yeah, Moon Knight is.
You know, like there's a lot of stuff that's happening in the MCU that just is, and that belongs in like the monster universe that they're making too. Like they did the Night of the Werewolf, which was actually really interesting.
Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I butchered that. But you know, like they're introducing Marvel's monster characters, and you know, Moon Knight kind of plays into that.
I think that also plays into. If Moonlight and Werewolf, whatever thingamajiggy goes together, and they can't put it in the other side, it doesn't correlate.
Well, that's the thing. You have Moon Knight, you got Werewolf by Night, you also have what's his name? Blade is gonna come in. They all play hand in hand
together.
So they're gonna probably intertwine with each other.
Because you also have Midnight Suns. You might get yourself a Doctor Strange that might get involved a little bit in there and whatnot. If we get a Ghost Rider introduced at some point in time into the MCU,
yeah, they could still do that. That could fall into there. But I would want to know where it falls in the larger story of it all, because it just seems a little too disconnected for me to get behind. Like the way the older MCUs felt, they all felt like they influenced one another.
Yeah, but the older MCUs were straight up movies, though.
Yeah, and now we have like all the TV shows.
All the TV shows.
Star Wars is doing an excellent job at connecting stories together.
What I'm thinking is like in the Marvel's movie, the Marvels. I think he's gonna come. He's gonna have something to do with whatever's going on there, right? The Guardians of the Galaxy, 100%. Right?
Yeah.
Captain America, he has to do something there. Even if he's not the main one fighting with them, but he sends somebody to do something, looking for someone, or some shit like that. Right? One of his variants is there that is not a threat. It's just one of the weaker variants that he has, and he's there, and then he talks to Captain America, tries to save himself or whatever bullshit. Some bullshit. Right? Those movies that are already Avengers, that we know, these niggas are Avengers. These niggas we seen in Avengers movie, so he has to be involved with these group of people. Because if he's not, when we do fight him in an Avengers movie, we can't just all pull up just cause. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause he had nothing to do with what was going on in our world or in our city or in our whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh wait, Fantastic Four, he'll definitely play a part
If they
Because
choose to make that his story.
true, which means by that theory, we will know the answer once we see who Reed Richards gets casted as. Because since Kang is technically black, Reed Richards would have to be black for it to
He
make
doesn't
sense.
have to be.
No, not necessarily. I mean, he's a descendant, so that means his bloodline could have mixed somewhere
But
along
it
the
is.
line.
It's also the
There has to be a
MCU.
light-skinned
They're
nigga
not
like Sean.
afraid. They're not afraid to. They nothing about Reed Richards locks him to being white, technically speaking.
Only
So I
every
can see them
iteration
swap-
of him ever.
No. But
Yeah.
like what he's saying is
Like,
that
Like,
like
he doesn't
like
have
what- how you can't-
characteristics
yeah,
that
yeah.
belong to being a white
he can
person.
change his.
Yeah.
You could change him,
Just
up
like
in-
Nick
in this
Fury.
thing.
Like Nick Fury started
Yeah.
as a white man, and then everybody's just like,
He
nope, he's Samuel Jackson forever.
Well, no,
Like,
that's
yeah.
because the comic book eventually, the Ultimate Edition had him as Nick Fury, like the dude.
Yeah,
looked
and
him
then he
and
demanded
Samuel Jackson
cash money.
sued and was like, "Yo,
You can't
if
use my
I'm-
likeness.
you can't
Yeah.
use me. I gotta be him in the movies." And then Marvel was just like, "Yeah, I bet. Say
The
no more."
nigga, I mean, the nigga drew you, so might as well. You're the only nigga that fit.
I mean, the MCU lucked up with that one because
He was a fan. That's
Samuel
why.
Jackson is an amazing actor, man.
But my point is
Right.
that character did not need to.
He didn't have any
stay
roots.
white.
Yeah.
him
No,
white,
I'm with you. I'm with you. I said the same thing with Reed Richards. There's nothing containing Reed Richards it being
Mhm.
white. Like his character, like he's not Italian. You understand what I'm saying? Or
And
something like that.
we did see in the Multiverse of Madness that they already casted John, whatever the fuck
He's not
his
gonna
name
be.
was, was
He's
the
not
fan
gonna
cast.
be though. There, he already
But that's what I'm trying to say. We already have a, technically speaking,
a white
that
version.
could be the white Reed Richards. The MCU Reed Richards, because Kang is a descendant of him, I can see them making him black.
We would just have to see. We
Yeah.
would just have to see
I don't think
how
it'll
they
make a
play it.
difference.
I mean,
but
you know,
I can see it.
Kang is technically like such a far off descendant that, like, I mean, realistically, you know, his family tree could have mixed at some point and then just
Mhm.
continued black for a while. Like it happens all the time.
Or-
Families change.
Yeah, they do.
You get one person
Yeah.
that's half and half, and then they marry somebody that's a whole of one of their halves, and then now the kids are only a fourth. You know, like, and then so on and so forth. It dwindles down after
Yeah,
as
this
the
becomes some
generations go
bullshit.
on.
That's why race is stupid. Okay.
Basically,
100%.
I'm just making a point that he could eventually have a black descendant, and
Yeah.
it would make sense. It's not
All
out
right.
of the realm of possibilities.
All right. I just think if they
think if
play
they
the
play the
cards
card-
right, this man has something to do in all the movies that he's supposed to have something to do with. Right? Because there's a lot of movies that he's supposed to have something to do with.
We just got
But I mean, they could play it like
Just in the end credits.
Is
It
my
doesn't have
thing.
to- It doesn't have to be in the movie.
Like he don't gotta be. It could just be his voice and him ordering somebody to do something.
That's what I'm saying. Like niggas coming up from somewhere else, and it's like my master Kang, whatever the fuck. Know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Sorry to cut this conversation short. Our producer over here is telling us that we've hit the 1 hour mark. So
We gotta get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
we gotta get the fuck out.
This motherfucker gotta find a better way to conclude these episodes.
Like I swear to God,
Jesus Christ.
I don't know why he read it out like
It is
that. I just added to it.
Word, like and it's not the first time he's done
No,
it.
always.
Nigga is a segue. He's a horrible.
He's like, yeah,
segue.
you know, I got a text message that is an hour already, so bye guys and goodbye.
Like,
He could have been like,
I'm not. I don't
It's
end
out
the
the building,
podcast.
y'all. We got to get out of here. They're kicking us out. They're shutting the
Yeah.
lights off on us.
They're playing Novocaine in the club. We gotta get out of here, guys. I know that showed our age hard right now.
Novocaine.
With the fucking
Speaking
lights
of
dimming,
Novocaine.
turn it on.
Speaking of Novocaine, he was wilding out at Coachella last night. But anyway, John, please take us out.
Oh man, what an interesting episode today was. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys for listening. If you have made it all the way here to the end of the podcast, we love and appreciate the hell out of you because you are extremely special. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. Yeah, you might think this is an outro, but I'm really talking to you specifically. Thank you. Thank you for listening all the way over here and watching us on YouTube and or listening to us on Spotify for podcasters and Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. Yes, Crispin. Yes, them. I'm glad that you see the person I'm talking to also. You see them. Look, you can listen to us anywhere and everywhere that you find audio for podcasts, Apple, Spotify, the whole nine. You can watch us on YouTube. And if you're watching us on YouTube,
give us 5 stars so we can go up.
5 stars. Make sure that you subscribe to the actual YouTube channel and you click the notification bell so that way you are always up to date whenever a new podcast episode goes up, and you can get in on the conversation by leaving a comment down below and let us know what you thought about today's topic. How do you feel about the rewatchability of older MCU movies, and how do you feel about the MCU films that are coming up? Are you excited? Are you not so excited? Is it losing its magic? Let us know what you guys think. Like this video because it does help, and share it with friends and family who are also interested in anime and video game and pop culture related topics, because that's what we talk about here on the Paradise Podcast, where all of that is paradise to us. Make sure that you follow the Paradise TV social media channels here. We got Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, the whole nine. There's live streams that are going up. There's additional content that's going up. There are podcast episodes continuously dropping. So be in the loop. Follow all of us. Stay in the know. Talk to us on TikTok. Talk to us on YouTube. We'd love to hear from you guys, but we got to get the hell up out of here, and we're going to see you on the next one. Peace.
Adios.
Shit!